living is defined by nature.
Give it to me, do it to me, give it to me. Don't stop, don't stop, don't stop, don't stop. The way you make me feel.
Do you like music like this? That's right, I'm asking you. Do you like music like this? Then why have you not been to Sophisticated Saturday as yet? That's right, each and every third Saturday of the month, we call it Sophisticated Saturdays. Where we keep it at? Caribbeanlifetv Studios. 6254 Memorial Drive is the only place to be each and every third Saturday of the month. So if you want to celebrate your birthday, if you just want to come hang out and have some fun with grown people having big fun, Sophisticated Saturdays is the only place to be. It's brought to you by yours truly, DJ Reds, and my boy, Mr. B. Sophisticated Saturdays, every third Saturday of the month, 6254 Memorial Drive is where the grown people go and have good, clean fun. Every third Saturday of the month, man. The way you make me feel, I'm just going to have fun. I'll see you there, Sophisticated Saturdays. I got you. It's all about Caribbean International Shipping. That's right. Do you need more information on shipping your items to the U.S., Southeast region, or to the Caribbean? Have you ever heard of Caribbean International Shipping? You shop, they pack, and ship. They also offer residential pickup services. Support our business, like, share, and call. For your barrel shippings, let us know. The number to call is 470-718-9675 on WhatsApp or 770-323-1111. Caribbean International Shipping, the only way to send your stuff to the islands. Lawrence Prescott Photography. I'm smiling, I'm laughing because, God, I know what I'm talking about. Lawrence Prescott Photography. That's the only person you need to call when you're ready to take your pictures. You want those pictures to come out right. You want those pictures to last forever. You want your best picture taken? Lawrence Prescott Photography. He does private events, in studio also, and outdoor photography if you need. Photography is what Lawrence Prescott does, and he's really good at it. Trust me. And also, when you want to get that video done, any type of videography production, he got you. He does short films, movies, any type of videos as well. Lawrence Prescott got you at anything that you really need. So make sure you give him a call. His phone number, and I'm going to say it slow for you, it's 404-218-1234. Did you get that? 404-218-1234. Lawrence Prescott Photography. Yo, my brethren, big up.
Atlanta Bless Music Fest, presented by Bejosh Entertainment in association with Max Productions on Saturday, the 31st of August, 2024, starting at 12 noon until 5 p.m. will be the free community event. Bounce about, face painting for the kids, blood pressure and blood sugar check. Then from 6 p.m. until Atlanta Bless Music Fest, featuring Jaron Nerve, Jay Bez, Jason Mighty, Golda McFarlane, John Wayne Bailey, Renwick Dewsbury, Rosie B, and LKM Praise Warriors, Doxology, Divine Souls, all backed by MP Band, MC Dr. Monica at the Church of God of Prophecy, 3333 Covington Drive, Indicator, Georgia, 30032. Tickets, $45 pre-sold, $50 at the door, $90 VIP. For more information, call 404-468-1423 or email bjoshent@gmail.com. Visit us on the web at www.atlantabless.com. Saturday the 31st of August 2024 from 12 noon to 9 p.m. It is Atlanta Bless Music Fest. See you there.
This is Prima with Candid Co-Ed Conversations with me, just Prima. Tune in every Thursday night from 8:30ish to 10ish to see what we have going on. We talk about everything under the sun. Nothing is off limits. And call in 678-661-1819 with questions, comments, and feedback. Looking forward to it. Thanks.
This is Pastor Carlene Hepburn. Please tune in to Recharge Nation every Saturday from 9:30 to 11 a.m. on Caribbean Life, TV, and radio.
Need to get something to the Caribbean fast? Look no further than E&W Shipping. With convenient locations in Atlanta, Maryland, and Jamaica, we are your go-to for all your exporting needs. Whether it's a small package or a large shipment, we've got you covered. Contact us today for quotes and shipping schedules at 770-524-8663. The number one more time, 770-524-8663. And here's a special offer for all our loyal returning customers. You will get 30% off. That's right, if you're a loyal returning customer, we are going to give you 30% off. So ship and clear with E&W Shipping, the fastest way to ship to the Caribbean. E&W Shipping, delivering satisfaction one package at a time.
Get ready for an unforgettable evening of smooth jazz and R&B at the Culture Show. Join us on August 24th at the JVC Event Hall from 6 p.m. to 10 p.m. for a night of incredible music and entertainment. Meet our special guests, saxophonist B. Thompson and Sorrell. And don't miss the stunning designs from international designer Janine Mangao. Enjoy the beats of DJ Master Eve from Sirius XM Flavor Radio and performances by Atlanta's premier vocal group. Come out and meet the featured guests and your MC for the evening, Candy from Caribbean Life Radio. Get your early bird tickets now on Eventbrite. We can't wait to see you there. Hey now, hey now, hey! It's that time again. Join us as we celebrate our second-year anniversary. We'll be bringing you music, entertainment, and culture. It'll be here at the CLTV Studios, 6254 Memorial Drive, Stone Mountain, Georgia, 30083. Saturday, September 14th, 6 p.m. to 12 a.m. Save the date. Our second-year anniversary. We'll be bringing you music, entertainment, and culture. It'll be here at the CLTV Studios, 6254 Memorial Drive, Stone Mountain, Georgia, 30083. Saturday, September 14th, 6 p.m. to 12 a.m. Save the date.
Hello. This is Mayor Beverly Jones, and today here at CLTV, we will be discussing Real Talk is all about. I have a very, very special guest, and I just kind of love him to death. This is Mr. Lawrence Prescott, and we're just going to have some real talk about the station, about Caribbean life, some of the things that they're doing in the community, but more importantly, we're just going to have a great time. And we do encourage everyone to call in if you have a question or concern or just want to make a statement about the Caribbean Life TV show or the Caribbean Life. I would love to hear some of those great recipes like, you know, the jerk chicken and oxtails and what are some of those secret ingredients. So I've been asking around. So I just want to say in this show, if anyone have a very, very exceptional recipe that they would like to share with us today. Today is your moment, your time, your hour to get that out to us. So we have the man of the hour here.
How you doing?
Mr. Prescott, how are you?
Man, I'm doing well. Thank you so much for having me, man.
Well, it's a pleasure because I don't know if people know that you are one of the founders of CLTV. And
I am the founder
Oh, the founder
of CLTV
Oh, I'm sorry.
and Caribbean
I'm sorry.
Life Radio.
And Caribbean Life.
I'm the founder of all of this.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah, I
Get
share
me
it
straight.
with
Get me-
others.
Keep it real. Keep it real.
Well,
keep
if
it
I'm going to be
straight.
on the radio, I'm going to tell it. I'm not going to come
That's
on here and
right.
lie on myself, so I'm going to tell the truth.
Yes. So my
I-
apologies. Uh-huh.
No, I truly, truly feel blessed that I am living my dream. And what that means is you work for others and you help to realize their dreams. And the journey has allowed me to stop and realize my dream. And in realizing my dream, I've allowed others to be a part of my dream. It's that simple.
Right. You know, so many people have dreams and aspirations, and then they live to 105 and they're still talking about their dream. How did you prepare for your dream?
Get sick and tired of realizing other people's dreams.
Okay.
I was just sick and tired. I worked for a major transportation company and spent almost 20 years realizing their vision and their dreams. I worked for an airline for almost 7 years realizing their dream, both of them in management. And I decided enough is enough. I'm trying to realize their dreams. I said, well, let me see. I don't think mine is going to be that stressful. And so as I was realizing their dreams, I started preparing for mine.
So, what is the first thing you did when you said enough is enough? I'm not going to take this stress anymore. You know, I've been thinking about this plan for years. What was the first thing you did?
Be still and know that I'm here at myself.
Okay.
Because we could tell ourselves a whole lot of stuff, and if we're not still enough, we don't have the clarity. That is not us. And so the first thing that I did was get still. And got still to make sure that this is what I want to do, or this is what God is telling me to do. And in recognizing that it was, I then knew that I can't fail because it's of Him.
But you know, some people, being still sounds so easy, but some people don't know how to be still.
I was one of them.
You were one that did not know fasting. Did you have a book, a plan book that you had and that you just kind of meditated on it? So how do you feel?
Well, it's more of God create the stillness for you.
Okay.
Because He's tapping you all the time to be still and know that He exists or know that He's God and all of these wonderful Bible phrases that I don't know none of.
Okay.
But because I'm undergirded by the Bible and undergirded by my spirituality, I knew that that had to happen. But when is it going to happen? So I'll give you this story real quick.
Okay, take your time.
I was pushing 2 jobs, this, that, and then I retired. But I'm still trying to go. And He gave me a bout of Bell's palsy. And Bell's palsy is like a face stroke. So you got like a stroke, you got the look like a stroke, but it's not your arms and your legs. So it's just your face.
Okay.
So when someone sees you, be like, oh, you had a stroke. But you didn't have a stroke in the sense of a stroke, or what a stroke truly does.
Right.
And it sat me down because now my face is all twisted and crooked and I don't know nothing about this.
Was that as a result of all the stress that
From
you were
working.
under in corporate America?
Yes.
Okay.
And He took me out of it and I went back. That's what I need the money. But then He made me still enough to know that I need my life.
Right.
And I had to make a choice.
Without your life, you can't make money.
You can't, listen, what we got every day that we take for granted is priceless.
Yes.
So one day He made me still enough to understand that He is God and He is the way, sure. He is their source and not these jobs. The jobs make you feel that they're the source so that when they hire you and fire you. But when you take it away from them and just place it with God and let Him be your provider, it changes everything. They don't have the power that they think they do.
Right.
So once I realized that, I was able to make a decision for me. And my companies paid decent enough for me to have a comfortable two-finger in the air kids and do right by them and travel and do all these wonderful things. But was I truly happy? No, because I wasn't living my purpose.
Okay.
And so once I got still and no, then I start to move. But what I'll say to anyone that is transitioning from corporate to yourself, after knowing that it's of God, make sure you have a plan.
Did you have a plan? And that's what I'm thinking.
No.
So you were not every day writing down in
No.
a booklet.
Man, I didn't jump off the chair. I jumped off the roof
Okay.
without a parachute.
Okay.
But what it did, though, it let me know that I have to truly lean on Him.
And so when did the vision come to you? Because everybody, everyone wants to quit their job.
Yes.
We're all there.
Reds tell me that every day.
Yeah, we're there.
Reds, when you want to quit your job?
Today.
Yeah, you know what I mean? And I tease him sometimes myself, you got a job.
But people aren't ready. They're not prepared. They don't know what they want to do. They just know what they don't want to do.
Right.
A lot of people don't know what they want to do. And so
Right.
that's the situational problem that you have right there.
Yes.
That, I don't want to do this anymore, but how am I going to live? How am I going to pay my bills? I have children in college.
Yeah.
And so those are the things that hold people back. So you had children, and you said your job paid you a decent salary,
Yes.
right? So when you were thinking about this is it, what went through your mind in terms of your children?
I didn't think about my children first.
Okay.
I thought about me first.
Okay.
And this was my transition to save me. Because at that time, I worked for the airlines. And one of the most popular phrases on any airline going in any direction on any given day before they take off, remind you to put your mask on first.
That's right.
Even if you have your infant child in your hand. So why would they tell you such a selfish thing? Save your baby, right?
Well, save you so you can save others.
Okay, that's the analogy.
Yes.
So I'm telling you that story to let you know, in working for the airline, I heard that phrase quite often because I was a frequent traveler. And I just applied it to me. So I thought about me first and what do I need to do right now? And what I needed to do right now was save me. Because blood pressure high, stressed out like all get out. How could I save me? So stop the bleeding. Don't worry about money because if I stay, I'm going to die.
What did your wife think of your plan?
She supported it because she was not benefiting from the whole me.
Okay.
So it's better to fix me so that she could get a better me.
Okay.
So she understood.
But that was very unselfish of you to say that I need to be a better me for you,
Yes.
opposed to saying this is all about me.
No, well, I wasn't that fancy, to be honest. I didn't say those cute things to her. I was in desperate need of help. So the first thing was to do was stop the pain, stop the stress. So again, thinking of me and my benefit, I stopped it for me. So yes, it is not selfish to think that way. Self-preservation is a right. The illusion is that we got to think of others and put others first and all of that jazz. I don't subscribe to that anymore because I was fed that as a youngster.
Right. We all are.
And so I had to now think for myself as an adult. And what I came up with is that if I take care of myself first, I'm able to take care of everyone else.
Okay. So that was what you came to the conclusion, no matter what, I'm going to do this thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so did you think about how you were going to do it? And more importantly, was having a radio TV station, was that on the initial game plan? Or did that come along later as you got yourself together?
It wasn't on the game plan. I was a photographer. And this is all an evolution from photography. So as part of the plan, once I decided that that's what I'm going to do, I went back to school while I was still working. And I went to Clayton State for photography. Because as a photographer, I knew how to do it naturally. But if you ask me all the photography terms and f-stop and lighting and posing and all of those things, I didn't have that fundamental.
Photo shooting.
Yep. So I didn't know those things. Photoshopping. And so I didn't know that. And so I went to Clayton State. They had a continuing education program for adults that's working. And while I was working, I went there. And once I graduated, I had now the confidence because I had the practical and I had the theory to be able to proceed. And so I started offering myself as a photographer, a professional photographer, and I really enjoyed it, and I started to see the money. So I was like, well, I'm worried about $25 an hour. And here it is, as a photographer, I get $125 an hour, which one I'm going to focus on, the $125 an hour. And I would do that. And I would look at just in 5 hours, X amount of $1,000, whatever I'm getting. And it just made sense to me that why not do this rather than having to be on somebody's clock doing that. So that encouraged me. But ultimately, I didn't have a strong plan. So it was wobbly at the beginning.
Okay.
And there was periods, I didn't have a lack of money because when I was retiring, I retired with money.
Okay.
So I had a cushion and had time to figure it out. But I didn't have a marketing plan and all of this stuff.
But your cushion helped you to move forward with your plan. And see,
Yes.
there's a lot of times people have a plan without the cushion.
Right.
So what do you tell those people that has been in your position, has had some type of, health issue,
Yes.
Is not happy with their job, interfering with their life, but they don't know how we're going to eat?
Right. So thankfully, the old phrase of starving artists has gone away. Why? Because we don't have to starve anymore. So whether it's a career path change by becoming an actor, actress, painter, whatever you want to become, there are sustaining things that you could consider in the interim or as you're developing that talent or that skill set that you want to transition to. And it could be whether it's Ubering, Uber Eats, whether it's some type of app job, whether it's some type of stay at home. Well, if you say, let me get on the phone, you're still working for someone else. But my preference is to have you start volunteering or being in the field that you're trying to go into is my recommendation.
So it makes you feel confident. And
Yes.
so opposed to taking those one baby steps, now you're
just
able
jump.
to take you're able
Just
to jump
jump.
into it.
Just jump,
Okay.
because here's what it is. Jump is a faith walk. That's what it is. You trust in God.
Okay.
So it's like the same phrase, you can't pray and worry.
No, you can't pray and worry.
Right. So it's contradictory in my mind. So for me, what worked was I had a good support system at the house. And I had encouragement. So that was that. But in terms of me personally, right? So photographer, putting yourself out there, trying to get bookings, trying to make money that way, and going through the evolution of that process. So people just retire or quit and want to have that success. My recommendation is whatever you're transitioning to, start while you're still employed to see if you like it, to see if it's a real market out there. Test the proof of concept. So if it's a new business, this, that, whatever you're transitioning to, start doing it while you're still employed. And if it's a case where you're not employed and you want to go into it, I say start. There's no other time like now to start. Listen, all those who's fed up of their job, I'll say this to you. Think of something that you would do for free and love it.
There we go. I think we're in the same plane.
Yes, yeah, if you
field
would
right
love
there.
it, if you would love, like me, I love taking pictures.
And so are you still taking pictures?
That's what sustains me.
Okay.
You know, I had a photo shoot. What day was it you came to work? Thursday. And when he came in and he saw the backdrop and the model on the in front, me taking the pictures, he said, "I'm happy for you." because I know this is what you love to do.
Okay.
You understand? I really taking pictures is eyes closed, happy place.
But I like the simple fact that you didn't just jump into it. You went and got educated.
Yes.
In the field that you wanted to make your new life in.
Yes.
So therefore, that's a success plan.
Yes.
Like you said. So some people just jump into it and then they find out they don't like it.
Well,
it's not making.
And they weren't still long enough.
Okay.
Listen, the responsibility is on us every day, all day. It's not the other color fault. It's us. So if you end up in a scenario like that, look in the mirror. You did not do your research, and you have to hold yourself accountable. And what I'll say to you is fix it fast.
Fix it fast. What about those who don't have a job? What about those who did not walk away with a package?
Right.
And I'm thinking about all the people that I know, including myself.
Yes.
Those are some of the main concerns that I had without just leaping out there, the leap of faith. And we all want to believe in the leap of faith that
Yes.
it works. But at the same time, people are very realistic. So are they too realistic or trying to play it too safe?
No, the same is true. Leap of faith is realistic because it's faith. So it can't be
People
realistic.
believe in it. They believe in it, but just taking that leap, that's where the problem lies.
But that's where the faith lies. I'm just saying, because
yes.
it's hard to say one or the other, right? Because you say, well, playing it safe. But you're trusting in playing it safe that you're going to have a different result. And what I'm saying is that trusting God is the result, is the faith, is the jump, right?
Right.
The due diligence is on either part of that. Because even if you play it safe, what are you playing it safe to do, right? So playing it safe by not doing it,
Well, I'm
then
being
you
the
play
devil's
the safe.
advocate
Yes,
because
no,
I've known.
you're not a devil's advocate. You're having a great conversation because the devil has nothing to do with this.
Well,
and that's a phrase that we use.
Yes, that's a phrase that is used, devil's advocate.
Yes.
I'm using a very popular phrase right now. And
Yes.
so, we all think that, but we're not prepared. You want to do it. And so some people have taken that leap of faith and failed.
Yes.
And so that's what I'm saying.
I've taken the leap of faith and failed. So
But
let
you
me
did-
tell you about that.
But you had a cushion.
No, I'm just saying this. The cushion only exists if it's used to cushion you.
Okay.
So what I want
I like that.
Yes,
Okay.
you're right.
Okay.
Because
Okay.
here's what it is. There's people that have money but will starve because I ain't touching the money in the bank, but your belly is growling. They got a cushion. Or I got a 401k, but I'm homeless now, but I dare not touch that. What's going to happen to me next year?
Oh, no.
But what I'm saying is that this word cushion is how you feel now. Cushion is not only for tomorrow or down the line, right? And if you're in a scenario now that is when you pull out your cushion. So for me, when I decided to walk away from both.
Question right there. So when you decided to walk away, you already had your camera equipment. Okay, so you were ready. By the time you walked away, you had your equipment, you had your education, and you had a few clients.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Well, again, being deliberate. So if it's something that you're transitioning to, you got to prepare. You got to prepare your transition.
Okay.
It comes with an action, and you have to hold yourself accountable to that action as well. So for me, it's like I'm telling wifey, "Oh, I'm quit my job, and I'm."
And what did she say?
She said, "Do it."
She said, do it. So you had a strong support system.
Right, because it made sense, right? So if I worked all week for a big company, and I'm making $1,600 to bring home, if that much, right? So or $1,800, and I go out in one afternoon, and I'm able to bring home $2,000 in one weekend.
Okay.
Right? And the other scenario, I have to wait 2 weeks. I just did it in 6 hours. Or let's say the total of 10 hours.
So now you're crunching the numbers.
Well, that's what I'm saying. It has to make sense.
It
So
has
if
to
you
make
got somebody
sense.
in your life or a partner or that.
That was your support group.
Right.
Yes.
It's like, why not do that? Because you actually just brought that home. So it was more of a conversation of, listen, your proof of concept is already proven based on what you've done.
Did you ever have a time where you wasn't making money and you had
Yes.
second guess? You second guess yourself.
Yes.
Did I do the right thing?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm saying
Or
yes.
what
God.
have I done?
No, I never said that one because I knew what I had done and I held myself accountable for what I had done. What I second guessed was, did I truly plan for this? I knew I didn't have the big reserves to sustain me forever, but with this type of business, it could be seasonal or it could be based on customer referrals and all these other variables that you didn't always think about. You say, hey, I'm a photographer, and you hire me. But it's not my birthday, it's not my wedding, it's not, I don't have an event. Yeah, I know you, but I don't have nothing.
Right.
Call your 10 friends. Well, they don't have nothing, then what? So you like that. So now I've learned is that to be more deliberate. So even anything that you guys are doing, company for over 20 years, any company, and you're the expert in that subject matter for that company, guess what?
You can be an expert for yourself.
You understand what I was about to say.
Yeah,
So
I do.
become a consultant and now consult, right? Because the same experience that a company is using you to leverage for their clients, now you become a direct consultant. You're not competing with them. You're just now transitioning for working for them and have a consultancy for yourself.
Right.
So, yeah.
So how did you come up with CLTV? So you're doing photography, and so now you're doing radio and TV.
Yeah.
So-
Just now, but it didn't start out that way.
Okay.
So, what was funny, so Lawrence Prescott Photography. So that was it, right? So I said, they know me. It's easy for them to just say, Lawrence. It was easy. So I did that for a while, and I wanted to start doing the TV thing. And it was called Pose, like you're posing,
Right.
for TV.
Pose for TV. Okay. Like it. Cute.
And my brother laughed. And I came up with the name. I think I was in his garage or whatever, and he laughed at my name and that. Like, okay. But I kept it, right? So what was funny, people still call me, hey, Lawrence, I would like to book you or you.
Right.
But when I got my first $1,000 check in that name, I brought it to my brother. I was like, how you laughing now? I'm getting paid for that same foolish name. Look at Google. Look how that sound. You Googling? What? Yahoo! Right? Look at all these rich billion-dollar company in what we would perceive funny sounding name, right?
But they say everything is in a name.
Right.
Yes.
So my point exactly. So when he was laughing at Post for TV, here it is. I'm getting a check for $1,000 in the same name that you just laughed at. So it let me know it's in the name. So I did that for a little bit, and then I was watching a show called Caribbean Life,
Okay.
and it was on HGTV, and it was showcasing the Caribbean, but it was showing mostly. Let me say it this way: it was showing another ethnicity enjoying our Caribbean life.
Okay.
They were on our beaches chilling with their margaritas, chilling in our cottages. And these
And
beaches.
how did that make you feel? I
I was
feel like
angry.
I was about to say
listen,
I'm sensing a little anger there.
Listen, here's what here's what it is. I was sold this dream. I came young, so I was sold this dream, and now you flipped it. You let me run. It's the same situation with the regentrification and the suburbs.
Okay.
They sold us all the way out in the woods, an hour away from the city. And then when we move out of these nice small homes in the city, now you come and you buy it all up, and now it's regentrified.
Right.
So the hokey doke. So I felt it was a hokey doke that you sold us this cold dream. We own the cold, and we are warm-natured people, beach people. And then we over here busting butt and doing 10 jobs, because that's the running joke. And you chilling on our beach with our drinks. And then a company is showing me that now as Caribbean Life. So it angered me to the point where I wanted to do something about it.
So you want to be a little more authentic, or
That's not our life. Our life is us living in the Caribbean. That's Caribbean life, period.
and not on the beaches having a margarita?
But yeah, we could be on the beach once it's us.
Okay.
That's what. That's our life.
So you want to change the dynamics of that, and so
I wanted to just show what the true Caribbean life looks like to me or for us. It's us enjoying our beautiful islands that you come on vacation and then you
Right.
see it and now you bite and then you're going to regentrify all our beaches and we can't go on our beach because it's happening now.
Okay. So what was your first step with the Caribbean life now? So you got
yes.
a title.
Yep.
You're
So
going from
wh-
posing to the Caribbean life.
So I had TV to the end because the Caribbean life was already taken. This was a show on HD.
Okay.
I just had TV. Caribbean Life TV.
Okay. So Caribbean life was showing people of different ethnicities on the beach, enjoying the beach,
Enjoy the beach.
enjoying your beach.
Yes.
Okay. And your beach is your ethnicity?
Guyanese.
Guyanese. Okay.
Yeah, but it wasn't. I always had a feeling of us. So what I saw wasn't a Guyanese beach. It was beach. It was
Okay,
a
so
Caribbean
different
beach.
beaches. Okay.
Right.
Okay.
Well, yeah.
And so how are you going to change that?
I've already changed it.
So I'm going
So
step
by step. Yeah.
I'm going
I did. I added TV to the end available. Caribbeanlifetv.com, Caribbean Life TV on YouTube, everything.
So, but what are you showing? So you didn't like people on the beach enjoying your beach, as you say. So what is it that if I turn on Caribbean Life TV, what will I see?
So now
for
what-
those in the audience, for those
Yes,
who are
yes,
listening.
yes.
So what was your vision of how you wanted to change what was being seen
Yes.
to what that you want to be seen?
Got it. So it started out with me trying to curate a 1-hour variety show showcasing 5 segments of our lifestyle. So it was
And what are the 5 steps?
so entertainment,
Okay.
food and fitness,
Okay.
community, news, and food.
Other.
No, food.
And that
Our
that,
food,
that
our
should have been
cuisine.
first. That should have been
Yeah, but I'm
first.
just, I didn't do
know.
that right on. But the 5 things, and so each segment was going to showcase something from a specific Caribbean island, the food, the culture.
I love it.
Yeah, like
I
that.
love it.
And so I put it together, and I reached out to 46, and I was all thinking local. I went to Comcast, and I was trying to see what the requirements, and they said it to me, and da-da-da. But since then, after I didn't get to put that together for a local channel, my evolution was just to start telling our stories myself and created my own channel and started putting it out what I thought it was. And so, yes, I started out getting the attention with showcasing our carnival culture, and that helped me grow fast.
Okay.
That was the fastest growth. That was the right decision.
Move. That was the right
Only
move.
because I would have gotten a 1-hour show and I would have had 10 viewers or 10 subscribers. But what I did was linked what I was trying to tell first was the
And
carnival.
What were you trying to show whatever audience? First of all, who is your audience?
Everyone.
Everyone.
I came to
Okay.
realize that it's everyone because there's people fascinated with our culture that is not in Caribbean.
Right. And so what did you want them to walk away with after they saw one of your shows?
A genuine appreciation for our culture. They come and they get a weekend or a week laying on the beach or enjoying whatever we present to them. But our culture is diverse, even though it's similar, but diverse in terms of its cuisine, music, influence, our voting power, all of these different variables regarding our culture. And what I was showcasing with the carnival part of it, because that was a true representation where there's 26 or 27 different islands that can come together on one day
And
and
that's
listen to the same music and gyrate and move to the same energy and flow for 10 hours.
Okay. Now you said something interesting there. Let's talk about gyrating.
Yes. Yes, sir. My favorite thing.
It fascinates me.
Yes.
I've been to a couple of the islands and I love it. Jamaica's been my favorite
Yes.
thus far because of the food.
Yes. I
And,
don't know what
the
Jamaica
mu-
is. No,
Yeah.
I'm just kidding.
It was just easy to go on a
Yeah.
weekend.
Yes.
So I went there. I love it. I tried to go to a couple of other islands, and I noticed that there's island competition amongst the islanders.
Mm-hmm.
So tell me a little about, if you are from Barbados, how would you be in competition with someone from Jamaica
Yes.
or another island?
Well, I'll say this: Jamaican win. Jamaica win.
Jamaica win?
Yeah,
They win on what level?
on all the levels because of their influence, right?
Okay.
So I'm saying it that way because it's true, right? So if you look at me as a Guyanese, my culture is part Jamaican culture, Jamaican food, but because I eat rice and peas when I was smaller, I didn't know Jamaica exists. But because rice and peas now is popularized in terms of their influence throughout the world, when you think rice and peas, oh, you eating Jamaican? No, I'm eating Caribbean food, right?
Right.
So one of the things more specific.
It has changed from Jamaican to Caribbean.
Well, it has always been Caribbean. Jamaica has gotten the advantage because they had ambassadors that toured the world and spread the culture of Jamaica,
Okay.
which became the culture of the world, including what Bob Marley did. So he was one of the first, not the only, but one of the first that really blew the Jamaican
Went
culture.
global. He went global.
Global. So then
Yes.
his food, his music, and then so it influenced us too.
Okay.
So you could go to Guyana or Barbados or all these places that would think competition, but yet you play the music, or yet you try to emulate a Jamaican accent. So the reason why I said that they win is influence, because I've traveled the Caribbean this year, and what I found is that reggae music and the influence of Jamaican
So it's
style
all
of-
the same. It's like in America.
Yes.
You live in a
Yes.
different state, but the music is the same.
Yes.
Okay.
But it is the same but different. That's what's unique about us. So in my travels this
so
year,
what is different?
well, this is what I was saying. When I went to Dominica, it is French Creole, but it's not Jamaican music. It was just French Creole, but it had that Caribbean rhythm that I could relate
beat.
to.
Okay.
And if a Jamaican go there, they would be able to relate to that rhythm because it's Afro rhythm and it's infused with our culture, right? It's still
Okay.
like soca-ish, but it's French infused.
Okay.
I went to Martinique. It's only French, but it's a Caribbean French. I can't understand what they're saying, but I know the sound and the feel of the music.
And the food.
And food feels
Yes.
familiar and tastes familiar. But they're only French. They don't even speak English. That is in English. I just went to St. Lucia, French Creole, 3 weeks ago. Music, I partied every night. And I didn't have to learn the music because just the beat of the music, whether it's their style, it was still related. So it had nothing to do with Jamaica, but they played Jamaican music,
Okay.
right? So it's influenced. I just came from Guyana in October. You think you're in Jamaica. Because the reggae, it's like that. So that's why I said Jamaica
Other
win.
than your hometown, you're saying that Jamaica is your next favorite
No,
island.
that's not what I'm saying.
So what is your favorite? If not your hometown,
Right.
but which other island would be your favorite? And like I said,
I like that. I really fell in love with St. Lucia.
Okay.
Maybe because I just came from there, but I fell in love with the people. Dominica, I fell in love with their culture.
Okay.
Martinique, I fell in love with their food. So thankfully, as someone that has 2 Caribbean brands, right? Caribbeanlifetv and Caribbean Life Radio.
Yes.
I get to experience the Caribbean culture from different perspectives. French, Jamaican, Guyanese. And you go to Guyana and you say, well, what is your culture? Caribbean culture.
Did you see any big differences? Because you're saying that you have a common denominator, but at the same time,
No,
you
I
say-
don't see any big. Let me answer that because
Okay.
I don't see any big differences. Because when I was in Dominica, I see working class people working, but still enjoying the same food and the same thing. St. Lucia, working class folks enjoying the music, food, partying just like us. When I went to Guyana, the same thing. I went to Jamaica in December, the same thing. So the struggle is real for all of us economically, wherever we are. So that's one. Culturally, our music makes us happy. So once it's played, wherever island they're at, despite their financial circumstances, the music is the happy place. The music.
So you don't feel out of place is basically what you're
Yes.
saying when you go there. You still
Yep.
feel at home.
Yep.
Someone
Don't matter.
else's home.
Yep.
But
I was
you
able
still
to
feel at home.
act and function normal in every place that I went.
Okay.
This
Well,
year.
This brings up something that's huge that's coming up. And I believe that I'm going to let you talk about the big carnival festival that you're going to be doing right here at Caribbean Life TV. Let's
Yes.
talk about a little of that because I came to one and I did see some of the different cultures.
Yes.
The food. I certainly wasn't aware of where they were coming from or what ethnicity. I just came and I had a great time.
Yes.
So when you're talking about you go to these different places and you just have a great time and enjoy the vibe, and that's how I felt. And I just had a great time. There was jerk chicken here, and then it was some other chicken over there.
Bajan chicken.
Yeah, Bajan chicken. But
We all got chicken, but not like the jerk chicken.
Right,
Jamaican
not
is popular. They're the
Okay.
originators, and Rez, correct me if I'm wrong, originators of the jerk spices and jerk seasoning and flavoring chicken in that way.
So
So
what's
that's
coming
authentic
up
to Jamaica.
here? Let's talk about what's coming up here so we can have people come out. Because you've already described, and I was leading up to
Yeah,
this.
yes.
Okay, that you've already
Yeah.
described these different cultures and how you guys come together and you blend. It's like a stew, a big
Yes.
pot of stew.
Yes, a gumbo.
Gumbo.
Yes.
We'll say gumbo, yes.
So what we have coming up soon is our 2-year anniversary, and that is on September 14th.
My birthday.
Oh, so then come on out. And on that day, what we have is artists performing from different Caribbean islands. So we wouldn't consider the carnival, but to have a carnival phrase.
Okay.
But I didn't feel brainwashed. What I know is that what sometimes keeps us stuck when it happened is that the crime. And the crime was slavery. And since then, we've evolved all the way to the presidency. But they have not been that story and triumph to be told, because then they try to brainwash us that triumph is not valid. Where was he born, and the distraction of that triumph.
Okay.
But there's triumph from slavery to the White House, because we have built it.
From your island. From the
No.
islands.
We've had black presidents all the way. So we had that black story all the way. We had black. So any oppression was black presidents that
Okay.
did it to us. But what I'm saying in terms of generally, in terms of the Caribbean story, and I know this is what the topic was, but in terms of telling about Guyana, I'm saying that we learned more of the triumphs. We knew that it existed. We knew what happened, but we learned of the heroes.
Right.
And the
okay.
people that, and the villages that stood up and stuff like that. So we were more empowered and fighters like they did, and how they influenced Jamaica. And they went up to the hills and hid away and became a whole community that is still warrior nation and fighters to this day.
Right.
So I'm saying that we have powerful stories in the Caribbean to be told. And my aspiration as a filmmaker is to get financially solid or get the type of sponsorship to be able to go around the Caribbean and tell those stories and let that truly represent Caribbean life. I'm trying to bring it all home.
Okay, you brought it home. You hit a home run.
Thank you.
Again, thank you for coming on and telling this amazing story, because, again, we only think of jerk chicken and red beans and rice, right?
Or winding up, or is it
wind up.
gyrating?
Gyrating, yes.
Because you see that, and even in that story, it was
Did that originate in Africa and then came to
right,
the other?
but it came to it manifested itself in Trinidad. Trinidad, so the evolution of carnival started in Trinidad after the slaves were freed. They got any little drum or tin to beat on, and they got in the streets and started praising. They didn't say praising God or who they praised. They started making a joyful noise and just celebrating. And that evolved into what we have as Carnival today. And the evolution of Carnival and the empowerment of Carnival is that when you see the diversity, one, and the women showing their bodies, the people look at it bad. But when you look at it, whether it's slim, thin, belly hanging over, it didn't matter. They just be free. And it's a freeing experience for the women.
Yes.
Yeah, it's got sexualized now, but it's a freeing experience for the women in terms of just dress, go out there and just have a good time.
Okay. Wow. Wow. That's amazing. I hope in my lifetime, I have an opportunity to visit all of the islands.
Yes.
Because you've made it sound so fascinating.
Thank you.
And so I look forward to one day going to your hometown.
I would love to take you.
Yes, going to your hometown and then exploring the culture.
Yes.
So this has been just an amazing day here today. We are with the founder, the owner, the visionary. Mr. Prescott, what would you tell the youth of today? If you just had one thing today, what would you tell the person who is stuck on a job, but they want to be unstuck. What is the one thing you'll tell them to do?
Be still and know what God wants you to do. Hear from God.
Amen. Amen. We threw some God in there. All right, then. Thank you all for listening to CLTV, Caribbean Life. I am Mary Jones, and what we had today is what we're supposed to have every day. Real talk.
Hey, thank you so much for having me.
Thank you. Don't forget to come out on September the 14th, right here.
At 6 p.m.
At 6 p.m.
6254 Memorial Drive, celebrating 2 years on the radio. Breaking barriers. Breaking